Good morning or night, whichever one it is for you guys. But growing up, my mom always took me to church, and I always thank God for a God strong mother, one who would never let me go without. And she always played piano at our old church, and I knew early on that she would always, by her leading through piano, I learned the power of music through Christ. And also early on, I learned the difference between right and wrong. And I knew that God would always figure out a way to steer me back from the wrong into the right. And but one day I decided to just try sin for one day. How bad could it possibly be? And from then on, Satan had a grip on me for years. And then I was still going to church, still going to Wednesday night services, but I wasn't truly living for God. I was going to church on Sunday, but living in the world on Monday. And I always knew that every time that I sinned, that it was wrong. But I still did it. And I knew that people believed in me. People actually thought that I was a really good Christian. And I couldn't let myself live like that. And when I was 15, I lost my grandmother, and she was one of the strongest Christians that I ever knew. And I knew that she would always talk great about her grandchildren, never spoke a bad word about us, but she always said that she said how proud she was of me and how strong of a Christian I was. And I knew that I couldn't let her become a liar, make a liar out of her. So I realized right then that I needed to start digging into worship and digging into the Word of God. But I still continued after that to live that two-faced life of going to church on Sunday and still living in the world. And it wasn't until Winter Jam of 2017 when I realized through that message that God was calling me to do worship. And right then was my moment of salvation. I knew that I was in the wrong and I wasn't living the way that God wanted me to. And I realized that if I wanted to go to heaven, and if I wanted to prove my grandmother right, that I had to start living for God. And right then, I started living in the Word of God. I started studying and applying everything that I was learning to my life. And it didn't matter how much depression I went through, I knew that God was with me through everything, all of the struggles and trials. And I thank Him every day because of His grace and His mercy. Because without it, we're all nothing.